From News Channel 15, you're watching News Channel 15 Tonight with Kyle Peach. This is News Channel 15 Tonight.
Hi, good evening. Thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Kyle Peach. A winter weather advisory in effect for all of our area tonight. A couple of inches of snow and a light glaze of ice in the forecast. We'll detail that for you in our weather segment in a couple of minutes. In Wayne County Circuit Court last week, the former chief academic officer for Illinois Eastern Community Colleges and the dean of instruction at Frontier Community College, Paul Brunsma, was in court reaching a plea deal in his sex abuse case. WFIW says that as part of a negotiated guilty plea, the state dropped a charge of grooming, and Brunsma was sentenced on a conviction of criminal sexual abuse. Brunsma was sentenced to 180 days in the county jail with credit given for 54 days served. Judge Denton Odd noted that Brunsma's sex offender evaluation showed he was a low risk. However, he must register as a sex offender. Judge Odd also recommended sex offender treatment. Brunsma's troubles with the law surfaced last fall when it was revealed he had been communicating with an underage girl and buying her expensive gifts, including jewelry from Tiffany & Company out of New York. As well as the Wayne County Press reporting here that Brunsma resigned his position at Frontier in November of last year, just 2 weeks after he was placed on administrative leave. Meanwhile, in other court news, 41-year-old Jeremy Severs of Mount Vernon pled guilty to violating an order of protection and was sentenced to a year of conditional discharge, receiving 2 days credit for time served at the Wayne County Jail. Also, WFIW reports 36-year-old Corey Gregg of Carmi pled guilty to unlawful use of weapons and was given a year of probation, as well as 7 days credit for time served at the Wayne County Jail. Per the plea agreement in the case, 2 additional cases were dismissed. A Barnhill man awaiting trial on serious sexual assault charges was released from the Wayne County Jail last week after court officials reported that they were unable to gather enough potential jurors for his scheduled December 9th trial. According to WFIW, 19-year-old Caleb T. Vaughn had been held since September 25th on charges of criminal sexual assault with force and criminal sexual abuse with force. Now, under the Illinois Safety Act, detainees must be released if they cannot be brought to trial within 90 days, unless delays are caused by the defense. Judge Denton Odd expressed deep frustration over the ongoing difficulty in assembling juries in Wayne County, calling it an epidemic that is offensive to the court. The circuit clerk's office reported that 125 juror questionnaires were sent out, but only 15 were returned, leaving the court unable to form a viable jury pool. The suspect in this case, Vaughn, was released under strict pretrial conditions, including GPS monitoring, home confinement with approved exceptions for work and church. No contact of any kind with the alleged victim, including indirect or third-party communication. That case is now scheduled for a status hearing with attorneys only, December the 9th. After Grayville officials announced that the Edwards County Senior Center Board was closing the Grayville site without warning, with board officials attributing the closure to substantial losses, it now appears there is light at the end of the tunnel. Edwards County Council on Aging Chairman Doug Raber told WRUL last Wednesday that information the council received November 19th actually proved to be incorrect. Raber says that leaders have since been in contact with Grayville representatives and service has been restored pending additional action by the board. He says there was never any intention to harm seniors in Grayville. A special session meeting of that board has been called for tomorrow, December 5th at 5:30 p.m. to discuss a path forward. First Brands, the parent company of Champion Labs in Albion, is at the center of serious fraud allegations tied to its use of third-party financing for customer invoices. WFIW reports that the judge overseeing the company's bankruptcy case has approved $7 million for an independent investigation into the alleged misconduct. According to court documents, First Brands is accused of selling customer invoices to third-party financial institutions in order to receive payments before customers actually remitted funds. It's further alleged that some invoices may have been sold more than once to multiple buyers, a practice that could constitute major financial fraud. Bankruptcy filings also reveal accusations from First Brand's own attorneys who claim company founder and CEO Patrick James misappropriated hundreds of millions, if not billions of dollars from the company. First Brands has reported more than $10 billion in liabilities as part of the bankruptcy proceedings. Court documents allege James falsified company invoices to fund the purchase of 17 exotic vehicles, luxury homes in Malibu and the Hamptons, and six-figure expenditures for a celebrity chef and personal trainer. The investigation is expected to play a key role in determining how deep the alleged financial misconduct runs and what consequences may follow for those involved. Turning our attention to area arrests tonight, an Omaha man was arrested Wednesday by Carmi police at Walmart. 34-year-old Wyatt Fassig was wanted on a warrant for retail theft over $300 and was released on a notice to appear. WRUL also reporting that on Friday, Carmi police arrested 38-year-old William Wilson of Carmi after a traffic stop. He's charged with DUI, possession of cannabis in a vehicle, illegal transportation of alcohol, and driving suspended. He was released on a notice to appear. On Saturday, Carmi police arrested 53-year-old Alex Brock of Norris City after a traffic stop. He's charged with DUI and improper lane usage. His vehicle was impounded. He was later released on a notice to appear. Last Friday, the 21st, Grayville police responded to a domestic dispute and arrested both people involved. 37-year-old Brittany Howder and 37-year-old Donald Courier were reportedly involved in a physical altercation and were taken to the White County Jail. Both charged with domestic battery and disorderly conduct. Courier charged with interfering with a report of domestic violence. They were both later released after a court appearance. A Norris City woman has been charged with aggravated domestic battery after an incident last Sunday, the 23rd. 51-year-old Andrea L. Ray allegedly pulled her 76-year-old mother's hair, knocked her to the floor, and struck her in the face several times. Deputies had reportedly responded to the home several times due to Ray's behavior. A mental health evaluation was ordered for Ray. Her mother also requested an emergency order of protection. Ray was taken to the White County Jail. Olney police report several recent arrests. Back on the 19th, 28-year-old Joseph A. Brinkley of Noble was arrested for possession of meth, possession of cannabis in a vehicle, and driving suspended. 19-year-old Emily R. Judge of Olney was also arrested for possession of cannabis in a vehicle. On the 19th, 55-year-old Glenn A. Basinger of Olney was arrested for failing to appear in court. Also the 19th, 34-year-old Nathan A. Turrentine of Olney was arrested for possession of meth, possession of cannabis in a vehicle, and on a Richland County warrant for unlawful restraint. On the 20th, 35-year-old Lisa M. Franks of Olney was arrested for disorderly conduct. On the 21st, 30-year-old Dustin A. Myers of Olney was arrested for retail theft. Also the 21st, 43-year-old Ashley S. Waldrop of Mount Carmel was arrested by Olney police for obstructing justice. And on the 22nd, 43-year-old Mark D. Dollins of Carterville was arrested for DUI, illegal transportation or possession of alcohol, and for no turn signal. Two recent burglaries are being investigated in Grayville. The first at Bradford Supply, where about $200 was found missing from a money box as the store was opened on Monday the 17th. Police discovered footprints on a desk beneath a window, leading authorities to believe that perpetrators used the window to enter. Surveillance video is being used to help determine those responsible. The second incident was reported on Saturday the 15th at a residence on North State Road. A large window was shattered. The home was found in disarray. Multiple totes of jewelry and a gas-powered bicycle were taken. State Police crime scene technicians helped process the scene. Anyone with information could contact Grayville Police. Wayne County Crime Stoppers is offering a cash reward for information that leads to those responsible for stealing a 2025 Yamaha dirt bike from the Jeremy Duffield residence. Anyone with information can call or text Wayne County Crime Stoppers at 618-842-9777. Tips can remain anonymous. Multiple agencies responded late Friday morning to a one-vehicle crash on Interstate 64 that left 3 people injured and trapped in the vehicle. State Police, Fairfield Fire, Wayne County Ambulance, Wayne County Sheriff's Department, and air evac helicopters were called out to I-64 at milepost 109, about a mile west of the Mill Shoals exit. State police say an out-of-state van left the road and struck several trees, causing extensive damage and trapping the occupants. Fire Chief David Vaughn says first responders worked to free the victims, all of whom were airlifted from the scene to an Evansville hospital. It's believed the occupants were en route to Ohio. The crash forced the closure of 64 eastbound for about 90 minutes. All lanes were reopened by about 1 p.m. as the scene was cleared. A fire on Monday the 24th caused significant damage at the Greg Dickey farm just south of Wayne City, north of Interstate 64. WFIW says the blaze involved an oil tote burning behind a large machine shed. 2 semi-trailers used for storage were completely destroyed, but crews saved several others nearby. No injuries were reported, damage estimated at about $35,000. The cause of the fire was determined to be burning trash. Fairfield Memorial Hospital's latest IRS tax filing, submitted May 14th, outlines a year of substantial personnel spending alongside a major revenue increase tied to its new partnership with Deaconess Hospital. WFIW reports that for the fiscal year ending June of 2024, the hospital reported a $1.5 million income boost from the April 1st affiliation agreement with Deaconess. While the period also saw unusually high leadership expenses as Fairfield cycled through 3 chief executive officers. According to the filing, former CEO Catherine Bunting Williams was paid $312,000 during the fiscal year. Interim CEO Kristen Bolt received $137,000, and Kelly Christie, who served only 2 weeks in the role, was paid $19,000. The hospital's top physician compensation figures were also significant. Orthopedic surgeon Dr. Corey Blank earned some $828,000. Urologist Dr. Louis Reminence was paid $715,000. Both those physicians have since departed the hospital. Neither position has been replaced. 3 members of the Wabash General Hospital Board of Directors are looking for new terms. At Monday's monthly hospital board meeting, Chair Tony Brines, this was Monday a week ago, said the terms of Janet Story, Zed Moore, and Dr. David Miller expire at the end of the year. The board voted to recommend the trio be reappointed to the county commissioners, which have the final say on hospital appointments. WSJD reporting that on the Wabash General Hospital Foundation Board, David Messman was reappointed to a 3-year term. Executive Director Danielle Stevens says Brandon Hodson has requested to not be reappointed to another term. The foundation bylaws call for a membership of 7 to 12. Hodgson's resignation brings the board to 10. He'll not be immediately replaced. At the Grayville City Council meeting last week, Groff Memorial Library officials expressed concern over the system of city employees clocking in and out at the rear of City Hall while there is currently no lighting. The library requested a sensor for clocking in and out be placed at the library. City officials said the lighting was a concern and plans are in the works to move the sensor to the front of City Hall. But providing a sensor at the library itself could lead to more requests for sensors, which could get expensive. WRUL reports Commissioner Andy Ford expressed concern about the librarian clocking in on time, saying several times that Ford said she had observed several people wanting to get into the library after 10 a.m. and the building should be open when it says it opens. In other matters, the council passed the 25-26 tax levy and abated the levy for the 2014 bond issue. Well, it's the time of year when the temps are dropping and you may be tempted to stay on the couch rather than get out and move. But experts say getting exercise and having a healthy diet year-round is critical for your health, even when you don't want to do it. In our Health Minute, Mandy Gaither has ways to manage winter weight in the weeks ahead.
Add up colder weather plus darker days and all that comfort food. It can equal an unhealthy shift on the scale.
A lot of people sort of hunker down in the winter and stay inside a little bit more often.
Dr. Kathleen Muller with the American Academy of Family Physicians says the first step to keeping a healthy weight in winter is to have a plan to work out. If you're an outdoor exerciser in warmer weather, consider getting a gym membership now so that you can start the habit of going when the temperatures drop even further, or just add ways into your day to move more.
That can be taking the stairs, that can be walking farther from the parking lot into the grocery store. Any bit of movement helps.
With all the winter holidays, we tend to be surrounded by foods we don't normally eat. Muller says to tackle the temptation to overindulge by having healthy options and allowing that to be your default.
So a veggie platter in addition to the cheese and crackers, and just make sure that we're going towards the veggie platter a little more often.
Finally, Muller says to remind yourself why you want to maintain a healthy weight. It's not just about how we look, but how we feel now and in the future.
Being a healthy weight reduces your risk of inflammatory conditions, cardiovascular disease, and cancers. We also just are able to move longer through our lifespan and have a longer health span if we maintain a healthy weight throughout our lives.
For Health Minute, I'm Mandy Gaither.
Thanks, Mandy, for that. Stay with us as News Channel 15 continues. The latest on that winter weather advisory and what we can expect. That's next, then sports. Stay tuned.
At Wabash General Hospital, we're more than healthcare. We are part of the team. Our athletic trainers proudly serve 13 area high schools and 3 junior colleges, standing on the sidelines and in the AT rooms every day. From keeping our athletes healthy to helping them chase their dreams, we're here for every student athlete, every game, every step of the way, from injury to return to play. At Wabash General Hospital, caring for athletes is our game.
We've got our Clark Griswolds out there, so we got the Christmas lights going up. So be careful, be mindful when you're up on the roof. There's power lines overhead, sometimes run over roofs or cleaning your gutters or anything like that. Be mindful of those power lines that are near or over the roofs or things that you're working on. To the Christmas displays, make sure that you use GFI receptacles on all outdoor displays for your protection and for protection of the kids around the house and everybody around too.
It's Christmas Uptown in Mount Carmel, Illinois on Friday, December 5th from 4 to 9 p.m. See Comet, a real live reindeer. Enjoy carriage, train, and Rudolph rides, or take the City Lights trolley tour. Visit with Santa and Mrs. Claus. All attractions are free. A dozen food trucks and over 30 vendors on the street. Visit us on Facebook or download the Christmas Uptown app at christmasuptown.com.
Welcome back. Let's talk weather. The hot story of the night, a winter weather advisory in effect for all of the News Channel 15 viewing area. All the purple shaded counties here are under that winter weather advisory. A two-pronged threat with the winter weather, a light snow total, a couple of inches or so, and a light glaze because of some freezing rain. The National Weather Service putting out these maps for us tonight. Again, very, very light glaze of ice. Not even up to 1/10 of an inch where you see the yellow shading. In fact, it's about 1/100th of an inch of ice or less. Some areas, especially back to the west, parts of Richland, Clay, Wayne counties may not even see that glaze, whereas the snow totals over on this side in the 1 to 2 inch range for pretty much all of the News Channel 15 viewing area. We'll put this in a little bit more of a broader sense. This is what our models are projecting as far as the snow total through the system that will end tomorrow morning. Again, 2 to maybe even upwards of 2.5 inches north of Highway 50. Also, around the 2 1/10 inch of snow in the Albion and Mount Carmel areas. Less than 2 inches a little further west and south, Fairfield, McLeansboro, and Carmi. As we look at the ice totals, again, not impressive, not picking up really any measurable ice, just that light glaze primarily south of US 50, according to our models. So that's what the threats are going to be about for tonight. We'll talk about timing here in just a bit. In fact, let's do that right now. Here you see, this is the map as of 6 o'clock tonight, 7 Eastern, 6 Central, our forecasted time. And you can see already we're getting our western sections, pretty much all of us in that precipitation. Watch where the pink goes as we put this in motion. That's where the light ice glaze will occur, and then the snow will follow through behind it. So here we go. We'll stick it in motion. Again, very, very light ice glaze at the start of the event. It pushes out of here by morning tomorrow. By 9 o'clock tomorrow morning at the latest, we think we'll all be done with the precipitation. And the rest of Tuesday looks dry. We might even see some clearing later on in the day. Keeping an eye on another system developing that will pretty well stay to the north of us on Wednesday. Our next potential bout with any precipitation could come in late Thursday night into Friday. We'll have to focus more on that a little bit later. Not expected to be a big deal. 34 degrees, our high temperature today. 24 was our low this morning. No precip measured as of yet. Well below normal, and we're going to stay chilly all week. As far as the forecast for tonight, again, snow and maybe some light freezing rain early on. Low temperatures tonight will be in the low 20s across the region, and everybody will see some precipitation. On the day on Tuesday, the snow will end in the early morning, talking about by 9 a.m. We'll see more clouds than sun, but clearing later on in the day. High temperatures are going to struggle to reach 30 to the north, only in the low 30s down to the south. So a chilly Tuesday. Tuesday night into Wednesday, clear skies. Clearing skies means colder conditions, so lows will stay in the teens, well up to the north, near 20 degrees for most of us as we wake up on Wednesday morning. Throughout the day on Wednesday, another day of mix of sun and clouds. High temperatures mid to upper 30s. North, low 40s to the south of Highway 50 for the highs on Wednesday. We look at the extended forecast. Again, a better day on Wednesday, probably the best day of the week. High temperature will be 40. Clouds on Thursday, back to 30 for a high. On Friday, that's the chance that we see, and right now it's a light chance of a rain-snow mix on Friday into Friday night. Could into some showers on Saturday, again very light, and that may all get wiped off. There's another forecast that says partly cloudy for Friday and Saturday, but chances are there as of right now. Clouds on Sunday and Monday. High temperature is going to struggle, maybe to 40 a couple of times. Otherwise, it's the 30s. Welcome to the official start of winter. That's your forecast. We'll keep an eye on the snow and ice overnight and anything that may cause or come from that, and to keep you posted here on air and online as well. We'll talk sports next.
Sights and sounds of the holidays fill the air of the Brubeck Arts Center Theater as the Wabash Valley Arts Council presents 2 special shows December 6th and 7th. On Saturday, December 6th, the WVC Strings and Choir perform songs of the season at 1:30 p.m. Then on Sunday, December 7th at 2 p.m., witness the enchanted scenes of The Nutcracker Ballet performed by the Children's Center for Dance based in Evansville. Ticket information available at 618-263-5164 or scan the QR codes on your screen.
Prices are falling at Steve Faulkner Automotive. Get up to $9,400 off a new Jeep Wrangler or a Ram 1500 with 0% financing and no pay for 90 days. Come in today or go to SteveFaulknerAutomotive.com. Your best deals are at Steve Faulkner Automotive. Get a Pacifica with $6,200 off MSRP or lease a Durango for $474 a month. See them for details and go to SteveFaulknerAutomotive.com.
The holidays are a busy time, and keeping track of your spending can be easier than you think. With F&B Mobile Banking, you can monitor your purchases, set spending limits, and receive real-time alerts all from your phone. Whether you're shopping local, traveling, or checking out online, managing your money is simple, secure, and stress-free. Getting started is easy. Download F&B Mobile Banking from the App Store or Google Play, or visit your nearest branch to learn more about staying on budget this season and beyond. Track your holiday spending with F&B and enjoy a little extra peace of mind this holiday season. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Let's talk sports here tonight. We begin with a busy weekend in high school basketball at the Capital Classic up in Lawrence County. Lawrenceville wins their first title there since 2015, beating Teotopolis in the championship game 56-51. Vincennes Lincoln took third, beating Fairfield 49-45. Olney beat Mount Carmel for fifth, 58-33. Salem beat Red Hill for seventh, 81-72. Lawrenceville goes 4-0, T-Town 3-1. Vincennes was 2-0 2-2, Fairfield 2-2. Alney was 2-2, Mount Carmel 1-3, Salem was 2-2, and Red Hill was 0-4. In other action on the boys' side, North Clay beat Dietrich at the Cumberland tournament 52-43. Newton lost to Ocala Valley 56-29. At the Mount Carmel girls' Thanksgiving tournament, Mount Carmel took the championship going 3-0, beating Lawrenceville 44-25, Fairfield 60-47, and Edwards County 55-41. Fairfield was second, going 2-1. They beat Edwards County 66-59, Lawrenceville 53-43. Edwards County was third. They went 1-2. Their win against Lawrenceville 47-32. Lawrenceville finished fourth, going 0-3. At the Harrisburg preview, Carmi went 4-0, taking first. Harrisburg second at 3-1. At the Hamilton County tournament, the Foxes finished first at 4-0. At the Newton tournament, Newton goes to second place, finishing 2-1. Effingham was first at 3-0. Flora finished fourth at 0-3. Men's college basketball, Wabash Valley dropped 3 games over Thanksgiving break, falling to Northeast Oklahoma Thanksgiving Day, 70-58. Falling on Friday to East Mississippi, 84-62, and to Three Rivers on Saturday, 71-60. Alney Central's game, scheduled for Sunday, was postponed. The WVC Lady Warriors go 0-2, losing Friday to Johnson County, 85-57, and Saturday to Moberly, 87-62. Alney Central's women lost on Saturday to Mineral Area, 82-63. High school wrestling, Mount Carmel opened the season with a win over Oblong, 47-32. At the Vincennes Lincoln Invite, Mount Carmel finished 6th out of 10 teams competing. No official complete results yet available. Finally, the holiday season is all about giving back, and Tuesday, December 2nd, tomorrow, is known as Giving Tuesday, a chance for everyone, young and old, to showcase their generosity. In our Take a Look at This, Patrick Cornell introduces us to 2 inspiring people who prove that kindness has no age limit.
Pushing carts full of cans and getting his hands dirty, 4-year-old Easton is working hard to collect cash. Why?
For doggies!
For the doggies!
Yes, for the doggies. What started as a school project has turned into a passion project.
He chose to help the
doggies.
Get them off home.
Easton and his family have been gathering up bottles and cans, turning them into big bucks for the Canine Stray Rescue of Oxford, Michigan.
Without the help of the community and families like Easton, we can't do what we do.
Easton's generosity is infectious. Local businesses catching on and donating to the cause as well.
And so it's just been beautiful. It's almost like that domino effect.
We've kind of dubbed it here at Canine the kindness train because it just keeps chugging along.
Easton has collected at least $2,000 he'll give to the
Doggies.
on Giving Tuesday. They might be separated in age by more than 80 years, but Easton and our next role model share that giving spirit. At 85 years old, Harold Sauter, known as Coach, is a beloved, hardworking figure at the Second Harvest Food Bank of Central Florida.
You're moving boxes, you're moving pallets. He's doing all of that twice a week.
Instead of kicking back in retirement, Harold is giving back.
I'm not just going to go sit somewhere, and drink beer, or I'm not going to go take cruises everywhere. I'm going to go try to help people.
The Air Force veteran has chalked up more than 1,300 hours of volunteer work, bringing energy and big smiles to the gig. Doing so alongside his wife of 57 years, Lorna, who lovingly says Harold hasn't hit a 10 on her scale.
Probably a 9.
Always room to improve.
For Take a Look at This, I'm Patrick Cornell.
And here's our encouragement for you to do something for Giving Tuesday tomorrow. I've got my taco cup right here. I'm going to slide that a little further off. If somebody wants to, you can give me a taco drink on Giving Tuesday. How about that? That's going to do it for us tonight. We'll keep you posted on the weather, both on air, online, with anything you need to know. And we'll see you back here tomorrow night for more news, weather, and sports. Thanks for joining us. I'm Kyle Peach from all of us at News Channel 15. Have a great night.
I chose Wabash Valley College because I didn't really know what I wanted to do right after high school. And today I can say it was the best decision that I could have made. When I was here, I had the chance to join different clubs and to take a couple different classes, and I really expanded on my interests. In my classes, I learned what I liked and I learned what I didn't like. So I did get to meet new friends. I joined a bunch of clubs, practiced some leadership skills, and kind of gradually grew into adulthood here. And so I'm very grateful for that. My name is Jonathan Leach. I graduated in 2013 from Wabash Valley College, and that's why this was the best decision